Hello and welcome to the update. I'm Heidi Tiltons. Pink has honoured Aussie icon Olivia Newton-John at the American Music Awards with a touching rendition of her Grease classic. Taylor Swift has cleaned up at the AMAs, taking home 6 gongs, including Artist of the Year. The night's other big winners were Harry Styles for favourite pop song for As It Was, while BTS won big as well. Negotiations between the federal government and independent senators continue as Labor tries to get workplace reforms passed in the next fortnight. Key senators David Pocock and Jackie Lambie want the legislation split so controversial elements can be considered next year. Strong winds in Sydney have caused a routine science experiment to go wrong, injuring 11 children and their teacher at a Manly school. Ambulance Acting Superintendent Phil Templeman says the experiment was being conducted outside.
And have blown some of the chemicals that they were using around a little bit more than was expected, which has caused some injuries to the children here today.
Much of the east coast is being battered by strong winds, prompting the SES to warn people to secure any loose items outdoors and move their cars away from trees. The Queensland Premier is describing the findings of a report into the state's police service as disgusting and confronting. It suggests police are not adequately trained to deal with cases of domestic violence and that they lack the cultural knowledge to liaise with Indigenous Australians. Inbound international sea mail will resume. Australia Post temporarily suspended sea mail from entering the country in October due to the number of prohibited items coming through. And cyber criminals have hacked into an electronic billboard on one of Brisbane's busiest roads, displaying pornography. Police are investigating. It's believed the images were displayed for around 3 minutes. This sports update brought to you by Ladbrokes. David Warner has unleashed on Cricket Australia for what he calls a traumatising delay in making the code of conduct changes, which will open the door for his leadership ban to be overturned. Warner says he will apply to have his ban lifted. Daniel Ricciardo has finished in 9th place in what could be his final race in Formula One at the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Wales will play its first World Cup finals game in 64 years when it confronts the US early tomorrow morning in Qatar. The Socceroos play France on Wednesday morning. In entertainment news, Kanye West has announced he is planning a 2024 presidential run. The outspoken rapper, who was just recently brought back onto Twitter, confirming that he's taking a tilt at the top job. Stevie Wonder and Charlie Puth have come together along with other artists to recreate We Are the World in honour of Lionel Richie, who took home the AMA's Icon Award. And Adele has decided to skip shoes for her Las Vegas residency performances. Instead, she'll be wearing rubber-gripped socks beneath her signature designer ball gowns to ensure she doesn't slip and can focus on her singing. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.